And we are back again, people, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. UTR proudly presents Talk Yo Shit. And tonight we're just gonna talk about self-love and just making sure that you're able to give yourself self-love and honestly probably get some tips from y'all during self-love. And with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to us on all platforms. And tell a friend that we up in this thing and we gonna have a great show. And with that being said, we gonna pass it off to the lovely professor. Professor, it's your world.
How y'all doing tonight? Tonight is a subject that a lot of us don't really talk about, and that's being comfortable and in your own skin. So tonight we're talking about it. Get comfortable. This is a safe space. Um, just know that no bullying is tolerated. We're not standing for none of that. You just know we will talk our shit to you. But with that being said, I'm gonna jump into the first question. The first question is: if your body could talk right now, what would it say? If your body could talk right now, what would it say to you?
Nigga, what
Come on.
happened? What happened? Stop eating the ding dong. Stop eating all the chocolate. Stop eating the bullshit and get your tail back in the gym like you was doing. And which is what I'm actually doing right now. So my body spoke and I heard. So
That's what's
Like
up.
how did you fall off this bad? Like did life really get this bad for you to where you just pretty much neglect yourself? Like you really have to wake up and start making changes. Like it doesn't have to be like major changes, but just start off slow. Like you'll get to that point back to where you used to be.
Okay.
You're on mute, Heather. We can't hear you.
Sorry about that. I think for me, it would be I would tell my body to stop delaying the signs, stop denying certain things because I know that sometimes because we might be scared to go to the doctor because it may be something told to us that it's like, oh my God, but it's better to go as soon as possible to, check on yourself. So I think right now what my body would be telling me is it's time to go to the doctor and really figure out what's going on with your body so that you can live a more healthier life.
Okay.
okay.
Double A.
Um, when you sit down and or you get up from sitting down, you all of a sudden making them noises. Ugh. I think that's my body talking out loud. Right? Not the fact that we getting older. Or I speak for self. I won't speak for all of us. Y'all might be getting younger. The fact that I'm getting older. I would just say that it's the recovery time ain't as easy as what it used to be. Whether it's an injury, whether it's recovering from a night of drinking, or indulging in whatever your addictions are. No judgment. But I would definitely say that my body is talking to me. I'm just probably not listening the greatest, and it's time for me to listen a little bit better now.
Okay. I
I
think
dig
for
it.
me, my body is telling me you do a good job of keeping up your hair and your nails and your makeup, but do a better job on keeping up with your body. Work out, do what you need to do because you're not getting any younger. And just like Double A said, it takes more time to heal and start doing something about it, which I'm in the process of doing that now. I think that's what my body's telling me. Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
input.
Can we go to the comments real quick, please?
Yes, I just have one comment so far. It is Stephanie. She's in the building. Hey, Cuzzo, how you doing?
Hey, Stephanie.
What's up, Steph?
She says you need more sleep, girl. We tired. Unfortunately, I am a night owl. And also, Venetia is in the building. Hey, girl.
What up?
She
Hey,
says, "Hello, everyone."
Hey. Um, those of you tuning in, this is Body Positivity. So feel free to share and join the conversation. The
please
next question
do.
is, I'm sorry, go ahead. What happened?
I just said please do.
Oh
I
no,
was
I
just
was supposed to
agreeing.
say something. Oh. Um, what's one way you can celebrate your body every day? What's one way that you can celebrate your body every day?
Going to the gym. Going to the gym, getting a good workout, uh getting my body used to something that is not on a consistent basis that is not really used to. Because it ain't the fact that I'm working out, it's the after effect
Okay.
of how I feel after the workout. And my body celebrates because me and my body go to the bathroom after that. So we celebrating on the toilet.
I would say proper hygiene, keeping it clean, keeping it healthy, keeping it uh matured, managed properly. So fresh haircuts, getting the nails and feet done, like a man should. You know, making sure that I'm staying on top of my skincare routine, and just making sure that that I smell good all the time. Just I can celebrate that way.
Okay.
Mm, mm. Enjoy nature. Like go out and get a good hike and just take in take in the nature's air and and hiking is very good for it's very good to build your endurance as well as you get some serious cardio in at the end of the day.
If your knees is bad, it ain't good.
Yeah.
Sorry. The pain in my
Um,
knee when he said
Lord.
that.
Honestly, for me, it is celebrating your body, even if you're in the midst of working on it. So honestly, looking in the mirror and loving each and every part of your body, whether if it's something that you're in the midst of currently changing or you can't change it at all. You, as the title of the show, you are perfect, perfectly imperfect. So no matter what you're doing, no matter how much you're going to the gym, even if you lost an inch, celebrate that. Be happy and really be confident about whatever progress you are making. Just basically be nicer to your body.
I'm piggybacking off of Double A because self care for me, what I celebrate. Y'all don't know how excited I get when I can go get my nails and feet done. When I can get my hair done. I get some new smell goods. That's how I celebrate myself. And sometimes I stand and look in the mirror and say, "You's a bad bitch." You know, it's, it's just what I do. Can't speak for everybody else. That's how I celebrate me. To the comments, Heather. To the comments.
Alrighty. Zakia's in the building. She says, "What up, my UTR peeps? Hello."
Hey,
Stephanie says, "Self." Oh Jesus. Stephanie says, "Self care Wednesdays. Do all the extra pampering imaginable one day of the week." Venetia says, "Daily affirmations. Yes. Drinking water, working out, self care days." Eli is in the building. What's up, Eli?
past the past the capital letters.
Okay. Eating a honey bun while rubbing my stomach and phone on dead. That's how I celebrate my body. Okay. We love you, Eli.
Yeah, but we're
Give
not
me
doing it.
serious answers, please.
Got to turn it down just a notch.
Turn it down
Just
a little.
a little
Bro.
bit, just a
I get where
smidge.
you going. Turn it
Just
down.
Not a lot, but
a little bit.
just a little bit. It's all positivity over here, my guy.
Yeah, I know celebrate my much because need some
What
damn
help?
milk.
What helps you deal with stress in a healthy way? What helps you deal with stress in a healthy way?
Uh, in a healthy way.
Hey,
Eating.
hey, Jay, if you can hear us, yo, reception a little bad right now. Just FYI.
Is it?
You
Yeah,
gotta cut.
just a little bit.
How's that? Is that better?
yeah.
You
I was
good
Okay.
now?
getting
I'm probably too far from the mic. All right, I got it. But
there. There we go.
to what was the question again?
I'm finna play with you tonight. It's early, Jay.
Like seriously,
It's
I asked
early.
the I've been drinking.
What helps you deal with stress in a healthy way? What helps you deal with stress in a healthy way?
Mm, honestly, dealing with stress, I would say listen to music. Kind of eases and clears my mind. Um, yeah, really. I listen to music, kind of make inclines into the problem that I'm having, and some songs just get me through it.
Okay.
For me, it's getting into my creativity, whether it be doing graphic design or just writing my thoughts out, writing my thoughts out, or writing a poem or anything. Um, also just hopping up on FL Studio and start with a beat making project. Anything that could take my mind off of the stress of everyday life. Like any way I can channel my creativity, I'm gonna do it because it's something about seeing your creativity come to light that just makes me proud.
Reach, let me find out you got a book of poetry and you ain't published something.
I
You need a
actually
manuscript.
did.
He does actually.
I actually did.
Made me cry on a couple occasions, but good. Okay. Mhm.
It was just
Well,
you who
shit,
didn't know.
where the hell was I at? Meet you
Yeah.
got to shoot that this way so I can find out where to get it.
I'm the
Yeah.
type of guy who like to escape my reality. And I know it's probably the healthiest, but like instead of me reacting without thinking things through, I sometimes run away with other things that stress me the most. So you might catch me just get in the car and go for a drive, or you might catch me at the beach, or you might catch me just wherever it's a stress free environment for me. Um, but I don't say I run away from my problems, but I feel like before I react inappropriately, I remove myself from a situation that's stressing me out. So before I get out of character and get to looking like a black a black man that's an N word, um, I'll leave the situation.
Okay.
Honestly,
Lori.
for me, it's always going to be music. Music is always going to be something that will bring my stress levels down immediately. Whether if it's the sound of the song, as far as the way it's composed, whether it's the words, music is always going to be the number one thing that I'm going to go to. But what also helps is once my mind is clear of the stress, actually understanding like the situation and what's happened, like seeing maybe where I went wrong in the situation, where the other person went wrong, where we could have met in the middle. Um, once music helps kind of clear out the emotions of it, it allows me to think logically about what may have happened. So those are usually the things that will help me if whether if I'm in a stressful situation or just the environment period. Music is always going to be the one that's going to bring me out of the darkness every single time.
Okay. It's a couple of things for me. Sometimes it's really just shutting myself out from the world, being by myself, meaning no contact. I'm not talking to anybody. I don't want to be with anything or anyone until I'm cleared and I'm not stressed because I don't want to take anger or anything out on anyone. Or speaking to some of my closest friends and expressing myself that way. Definitely listening to music, or sometimes playing in makeup. And I will do that just to relieve stress. Then get mad because I ain't going nowhere and I gotta wipe the makeup off. So yeah, but it's still stress free. Yes.
Gerald.
Yeah, and just to add on to my stress free,
Hmm.
going to the bathroom definitely gets me unstressed. You know what I mean? Like for some reason, just sitting in the library just makes me just less stress free.
I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, like I be reading medicines that's been in the cabinet for years that I never knew what it was and stuff like that.
Jesus.
After a good unload. So yes, that too. But you can go to comments now.
Okay.
So you sit up there and
You,
read that bottle and realize that the coronavirus was already out on the lost out can sitting in the
No,
bathroom.
no, it's more along the lines. I'll just be sitting up here like, what does this medicine do? Okay. So this make you go to the bathroom more. Okay, let me take a drink and see if I can go to the bathroom some more. Stuff like that. But
Okay, Elvis, 'cause that's what's gonna happen. Keep on.
to the comments. Alrighty. Eli says, "Oh, I was positive. Self love and appreciation is great from the mental, but understood. I got y'all. Okay." Wanisha says, "Listening to music and writing." She also says, "Reading, dancing are a brain puzzle." Eli says, "A nice long walk and turning the bass up in my headphones is always a go-to. Sometimes a good conversation with myself out loud during those times helps sort my thoughts and emotions." Wanisha says, "Sitting at the beach with my journal, grounding." And Zakia says, "Watching and listening to shows that inspire me and takes my mind out of chaos." Traveling is the best therapy. Sometimes you just need to change your environment.
Okay.
There you go.
What are the bare essentials you need to feel good? What are the bare essentials you need to feel good?
mm,
Trying not to say weed.
might as well say it because we all knew it. So continue.
But it is a very
You're
essential.
being honest with yourself. Say what you got to say. Be honest with yourself. This ain't nothing new.
There's
That
no
is
judgment over here.
honestly, it is honestly a bare essential for me. It's a helpful stress reliever. Now, would I say it's the healthiest? No,
Wait,
but
keep. I'm sorry. You said what is the bare essentials? Like not for stress, but just bare essentials for your body.
To make you feel good.
to
Oh,
feel
make
good,
you.
your
What are
body
your
feels
bare essentials that make you feel good?
Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Heather. I'm sorry.
No,
But of course, definitely water and lots of sleep. Honestly,
Okay, Pookie. Look. So let's see.
She was still her.
Uh,
I'm guessing
yes,
yours
I
would
did.
also be
Uh,
taking a shit.
no, I wasn't about to say that. I mean, I, I definitely feel better after I do come out the bathroom. But
Definitely
anyway,
very.
let's
Huh?
see. A a haircut, a haircut, a shower, uh, clean clothes on, and smell good. I always feel the best when I put my smell goods on. I look and feel good.
I
Oh,
need
that
y'all
was
to
Sure.
it.
be coming up quick with y'all answers,
I'm
cause
not. I'm not sure if y'all hitting bare essentials though, because at the end of the day, y'all going with stuff that are a little bit more tangible. Like I don't. Maybe it's me overthinking the question, but I'm gonna let y'all slide. I ain't gonna
no.
cause. I
I
won't
mean,
cause
whichever
none.
you feel is a bare essential for yourself. So, what do you feel
I
is a bare
mean,
essential for yourself?
a bare essential to make you feel good for yourself is weed and a haircut. Um,
Yes.
all right, cool. I'm not knocking it. Y'all
Shit,
have what you have.
I feel shitty right now.
but it's not a bare essential. You might feel shitty inside, but I guess if we define the word bare essentials, I think we not. I don't think we hitting these points correctly.
Elaborate to them. Tell them.
So I think Heather, you said water, which is a great point. Without water, we don't survive. Without water, nothing survives. That is a great example of a bare essential. I think if we took weed out your life at this very moment, you might go through some type of depression or you might feel bad for a few days, but your life will move on and you will be great once you finally get to the point where you no longer are craving weed. Gerald, although although you might like Dion say, look good, play good, or we're our most confident when we look the best. Even if you didn't get a haircut, even if you decide that you want to grow your hair back out, have a ponytail again, get back into your little fizz days. At the end of the day, your life will still
Gotta be,
move on,
gotta be, gotta be.
and you'll find a way, you'll find other ways or other very essential ways to make yourself feel good. You know what I'm saying?
And then to be honest with you, I feel like if we're really just going to be focused on specifics of bare essentials of us to live, then our answers pretty much would be the same: water, food,
I mean,
our job. It will pretty much be around the same. It will pretty much be the same answers because in
Okay,
essence, those are the bare essentials.
it is. What is the bare essentials that make you feel good? Let's keep that in mind. So whatever bare essentials that you feel are essential to you to make you feel good, just so we have a clarification, because I know everybody is going to be a little bit different. Um, but let's just try to keep the focus on what is it that you need, the bare necessities of something that you need to make you feel good.
I'll say water. I'll say sleep. I say a peaceful environment when I come home from work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I say my religious beliefs. Those are my essentials. Like I can't go on without sleep, water, and faith in my beliefs. Other than that, I think everything else could be tangible
Okay.
Okay.
and maybe in some type of knowledge. Being able to learn something or continue to grow in knowledge.
Okay. Meech.
Mm. To me, definitely having strong faith and a steady income so I can afford things that are consumable, food, water, and whatnot, and just basically going off of confidence in self confidence is very very vital, at least to me.
I
You
dig.
know, I'm going to piggyback off of you and Meech and Double A, because I do need those things. And another thing for me is I need I need to have my faith so strong, because there are some days that I don't feel like getting up, my body aches, and the fact that I still have the will to get up and keep moving on those days that I don't feel like it, or I feel like everything is just falling apart. So that faith plays a big part in it. But just knowing that every day that I get another chance to wake up, that is the essential I need to know that I can do something greater every day for myself.
Facts.
So
I
I
dig it.
both of y'all plus, because that income, need that. Otherwise I can't get this and this done. That too.
I dig.
Hmm.
I dug.
I ain't mad at it.
To the comments, folks. To the comments.
Alrighty. So Brent says, "Oh, well, Brent's in the building. Hey, what's up?"
What up, Brent?
He says meditation has been my go-to lately, along with therapy.
That was for the other
That's
question.
the previous question.
Okay.
Zakia says, this is for the present
Current.
question. Zakia says, a job, car, roof, gas, lights, food, and water. Eli says a soft bed, cool room, specific type of music, lo-fi, R&B, or slow jams, etc. Good food, privacy, isolation, movies. Zakia says, sorry, let me rephrase, career. Wanisha says food, water, books, music. Brent says nice house, decent car, peace, faith in God, good music, good drink, good food, water, multiple incomes. And Eli says, I mean, sleep could be considered something that falls into the tangible side as well, because it's not always allowed nor guaranteed. But I do agree with a strong center in faith.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So we're finna jump into something. Here's the question for you. What does a positive body image mean to you? What does a positive body image mean to you?
Just being just being comfortable in your own skin, and it doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what people may judge or may say about it or may chastise you about it. As long as you're comfortable in your own skin and how you look, everybody else's negative opinion about you is irrelevant.
Being able to look in the mirror at yourself and say that you're, and to have the self confidence to say that you're going to be better, or that you are doing the best that you can, and without any type of reservation of the statement that you just said to yourself. Being able to look in the mirror and say, I look good. Just have that self confidence in yourself. And that's what I believe.
Okay.
I ain't
Okay,
I
mad
that's
at
think,
it.
yeah. I think it's basically showing people what in your actions of how you feel about yourself, showing people what self love really looks like. Whether if it's working on the things that you want to change, enhancing, you know, attributes about your personality that maybe people don't see every once in a while, are just being fully comfortable with yourself. All that plays into healthy self love. So as long as you're exuding that, that you are exuding a positive, I'm sorry, a positive image of your body and yourself.
double A.
Repeat the question one more time. I've been technical difficulties over here.
No, it's okay. What does a positive body image mean to you?
Um, what does a positive body image mean to self? Um, just keeping myself at my best at my best at all times. Being confident um, in anything and everything that I do. Um, like doing the best for me, like requiring the best for me, like looking the best, buying the not always meaning like spending the most money on clothes, but making sure that my clothes look I look good in the clothes that I wear. That's all can that all can fall into a positive body image for me.
Okay. Um, for me, it's understanding and knowing that everybody don't look the same. Everybody's not meant to look the same. There's all different types of body shapes and sizes, and that I don't have to compare myself to anybody else. Who I am is who I am, flaws and all, and loving me for that. And if there's something that I don't like about it, I can change it or learn to love it and live with it. But it's just understanding that you might not be everybody's cup of tea, but you damn sure might be somebody's double shot of tequila. Okay. And that's how I feel when I think about positive body image, because if you sit up there and you concern yourself about how other people look and compare yourself to them, you'll never love yourself or understand that you're just as good as anybody else. Yeah, that's what it means to me.
All right. Did everybody answer?
Yeah.
All right. We'll head over to the comments. Zakia says, loving yourself despite your flaws. Venetia says, loving and confident with you. Eli says, being at peace with your imperfections and understanding those imperfections is what makes you perfection, and not allowing society norms to be your normal. I'm sorry. Stephanie says, I think two things could be true at the same time. You can have self love and appreciate yourself and still recognize you need work on some things. That's a positive body image to me. A healthy balance of acceptance, but still open to being better.
And I'm glad you said that, Stephanie, because that comes to the next question. What does self love mean to you? What does self love mean to you?
Taking care of your body in the best way possible. Self love, and as we stated in the last question, being confident in yourself, and even if you do point out imperfections and flaws, doing your best to correct them. Sometimes, yeah, it may, you don't have to, but at the end of the day, you want to make yourself a better you. So concentrating on those type of imperfections to make them into perfections to where you can be the best you.
Okay, okay.
I think for me, it's constantly being open to constructive criticism. I know that oftentimes with self love comes self growth as well. And in order for you to do that, you have to be open to maybe certain changes. And sometimes that may come from other people who really do love you and really want to see you love yourself the way that you're meant to be loved. So that also does come with you accepting certain criticisms that may not fall within your comfort, but it's going to make you better. So self love means changing even in the times where you feel like you don't have to. It's just for you to be better.
Okay.
For me, it's learning not to be in your own way when it comes to listening to your body and and just going to above and beyond to pretty much take care of yourself physically, because I mean we all getting older, and the more we get older, the more vital it becomes for you to physically take care of yourself at the end of the day. And just don't deny yourself of having good physical health at the end of it all.
Um, got this from Google, but self love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and spiritual growth. Self love means having a high regards for your own wellness, well being, and happiness. Self love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing for your well being to please others. Uh, and I totally agree with that definition in a nutshell.
Okay.
I think that's the definition.
Um. Then
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Did everybody answer?
No,
I think
I
it's on the
didn't answer
professor.
it.
I think we all just gathered ourselves after that bar that Google dropped for me. But
um, it's understanding the harsh reality that sometimes you have to not self sabotage yourself and and love on you, regardless of certain things, and understanding the harsh realities is sometimes that you have to change for the better of yourself. So I'm just gonna put it like that because the way fucked me up with that one. I
Oh,
lost my whole train of thought.
I'm
If I
sorry.
knew,
I just
if I knew you
Double
gonna
A
spit
and
that bar
Google
like
messed you
that,
up with that one.
if I knew that you was gonna spit that bar, I would have went first. But god damn, lost my
I
whole
mean,
train of thought.
I couldn't plagiarize and take the credit for that. But at the end of the day, I looked up the definition. I like that's a great definition for self love.
It definitely is. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I'm I'm sorry that I didn't put it in my own words. I just thought it was eloquently written on Google tonight. So I just read it. I tried my best to read it eloquently as well to you guys and the
it's okay.
many
You
people.
didn't Christopher Columbus, so you good.
Listen, we don't celebrate him no more. It's called Indigenous Peoples Day.
You did Indigenous People Day, so you're good.
On to the comments, please.
Alrighty. Brent says it's taking care of yourself and showing appreciation for your flaws. Self love is also talking positive to yourself to put out the good vibrations in the atmosphere around you. Zakiya says there are people who have surgeries to change their flaws and still don't love themselves. Work on your confidence and learn to love the individual you are. We are not meant to look the same.
Church.
Eli says that's a bar. Zakiya says the most attractive people have people who do not find themselves attractive. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Stephanie says, I think self love in its most basic form is not lying to yourself.
Mm.
Love yourself, but being honest and self aware enough to see the true you. And Zakiya said, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, this question is: how can you make your home a self care sanctuary? How can you make your home a self care sanctuary? Don't look puzzled. You had the questions.
You know what? I don't think none of us went back and did anything with these questions.
Yeah, like we didn't read them, so we asked for, it, but we
Uh,
didn't read them.
We
That's
didn't
why y'all
we didn't
looking
go back and
puzzled
look
over
over.
here.
I would say like keeping your home somewhat private or some areas of your home private and keeping others out. I would say you know putting your personal touches on your own place. You know, just things that you like, things that you enjoy doing, things that you enjoy spending time. Like this is a place that you should. I mean, this place, of course, you lay your head down there, but this is a place you probably go to when you're ready to shut the rest of the world off. So again, a little bit of privacy, a lot of comfort, a lot of peace, a lot of shutting out disruptions of the world. You know, again, this is your sanctuary.
That's absolutely true. I'm going to say I agree with you. And to be honest, my room is like my sanctuary where it is all of me and then some. Maybe one day y'all get to see it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But I'm still doing a whole bunch of remodeling to it. But you know, I got like wigs over there because that's what I like. I like hair and makeup station and stuff like that. But that's my self care sanctuary. Anything that just shuts me out from everything and everybody. Because once I come in the house, and once I'm upstairs, and nobody comes in this room. Nobody. 'Cause it's
I
my
have to agree with you, put on that. My room is definitely my protection from everybody.
I saw that too.
It's
Like she was talking, but her mouth wasn't moving.
Ventriloquist
Yeah,
for a
okay,
second.
okay,
what?
yeah. I wasn't
You
tripping,
you
You
Chris.
you
was
you you,
talking, but your
you
mouth wasn't
finally
moving.
froze. You
Okay.
talked, but you was froze on the screen just for a minor second.
Once I come into my room, that is basically that's my safety area. It's where if I, want to do maybe one of the corniest things ever, no one's around to judge me. Like if I want to sit here and yell at the top of my lungs, I'm in my room. Like if I want to sit here
They
and
still
listen to
gonna
music,
judge you.
in my room. The point is, I don't have any energies around me to disrupt. Because for me, I am somewhat of a, I tend to take in a lot of energies from different people. Whatever they're going through, if I'm near you, I'm going to take it in. I'm going to feel what you're feeling. And after a while, that gets overwhelming. So coming home and being in my own space away from everybody and just by myself is the best self-care for me. Is
They got a
completely
word for that. It's called a hypochondriac.
I thought it was an empath.
Hypochondriac too. They feel things, and like if you got a headache now, I got a headache.
oh yeah, just feeling
Oh
like I'm sick.
no,
I see where she's coming from.
I thought stuff like she picks up on energies and auras and
No, no,
just
no.
say,
That is definitely it. But I was messing with her because she said like
Yeah.
oh,
whatever you feel and do like I do. Yeah, I'm a hypochondriac and I ain't gonna even hold you on that. So my mom knows not to say something hurts on her because instantly I'm like, ouch. Yeah.
But also, I mean, I know everyone doesn't do it, but for me, saging helps too. It helps clear out all of the negative energies and keeps my space clear of that. But I know that's not, everybody is different, whether if it's, you having scriptures around, just whatever it is that keeps you comfortable and well, I'm sorry, keeps you comfortable and keeps you at peace. That is perfectly fine. Everybody has their different ways. But for me, one of them is definitely saging my air, my
Gerald, you better
space.
not be over there Googling shit. Cause I feel like that's what you're doing over there.
No, I was looking at the comments. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like you over there Googling.
Thank you.
I'm done. I'm done.
No, but Heather, I get
Uh,
it. But one thing, my mom doesn't sage, and she's like, that's like the devil's work. But I get it. It's a little
yeah,
bit different. She's Baptist or whatever, Christian, and they don't believe in those type things.
nah.
Because I tell y'all all the time that I have a friendly ghost in my house, and it's a joke, but it's really not because this ghost takes things and then it's gone, and then it comes back randomly in places that have been looked. So I get it. I get it. I live with Casper.
Or ghost dad.
Ghost
No
dad.
daddy in the
Wow.
room.
Meech, go ahead.
You finna read
uh,
from Google.
uh,
I know.
honestly, no, honestly, me is for me to have my place to be a peaceful environment. It will be like having things that will actually give me peace, having my computer or anything like that. Like me having things that actually I can see. I having things that actually can take me away from the everyday life.
You want Calgon, huh?
Calgon, taking me away. I'm in the dirty with my nephew Jay.
I'm I'm done. I
In case you didn't get in case you didn't get the reference, I just have to,
Yeah, that's
say it for you. But
oh,
I think he's done. He's done.
yeah,
he didn't quit
yeah,
quite yet. He said I quit, but he didn't
Just
finish.
yeah.
He's still with us.
It's getting close there.
to
It's getting
quitting
close there. Yeah.
You still got an hour and
20.
yeah.
Yeah, 17,
Oh
There you
God.
go.
16.
Oh,
Who's next? Jay. Well, Gerald.
Gerald.
Let, let's hear your answer, sir.
JT the
Um,
sensei.
well, according to House, Home, and Garbage here, basically,
I'm done with y'all.
what the fuck y'all laughing
You.
According to House of Cards.
at? You supposed to opt to air seal the house, and then you supposed to rethink your floor plan, and then you supposed to after that you have
What
to
are you
install
talking
it.
about?
I'm
House
getting no. What are you supposed to do?
What
And
in the
then-
hell does that have to do with the question?
I'm on a roll here. Use energy efficient air conditioners, and then you invest in solar panels. So that's what I feel in your heart of hearts that you're supposed to have in your
What?
house to make it a safe space. and that's basically what I'm gonna roll with at this particular point in
So are you telling me if they don't have solar panels, their house not safe?
It's energy efficient.
What is wrong with him? That quit meter is getting dangerously close.
I can't stand you right now. You're on my
What
nerves.
I just broke out in the sweat, laughing so hard.
I knew I should have got me a slushie.
Okay.
And you got caught red-handed too, because she's like, I feel like you over there googling something right now. You was a whole time.
But she didn't. But
Sensei
yeah, she
caught
said
the
googling,
okay.
but she didn't know I was going with house. She didn't know I was going with house, home, and garbage.
I knew
But
you was
anyway.
doing something though. You were looking at your phone too much and you were smiling. That's why you didn't have your glasses on, because you didn't want me to see from the glasses.
On to the next. On to the
Sensei
next.
caught in
On
4K.
to the
Ain't that
comments,
something?
please.
Comments. Okay.
Can you send me that link, by the way, for never mind. We'll talk after the show.
Oh, Lord.
We'll talk about it.
Stephanie was
Insulate your house.
laughing. Eli says, y'all preaching tonight. Go ahead and get y'all some yellow cake with the quarter water for your time and appreciation. And don't forget to hug Mother Joyce with the lazy eye on your way out. I'm not playing with you. Venetia says, I set up my room. Set my room up as a place to relax, reset. It's a work in progress, but it's getting there.
I still need my closet done.
There we go. Brent says, my room is where I'm being creative, whether if it's writing, making bracelets, meditation, reading, or whatever I need to clear my mind. Eli says, take y'all time now. Well, I'm not even about to say it. Y'all see it on the screen.
Well, damn, you moved it so fast we didn't see it.
I'm sorry. Go back.
A shaka laka laka, yeah, tiki taka, yeah. Oh Lord, that ain't even speaking in tongues.
Venetia says, Baru? In my Scooby Dooby voice.
No. That's.
She thought it through for a second though. She tried.
I'm gonna say that's.
Anyways.
A for effort, Heather B. A for effort.
Thanks. Venetia says, I got you, Professor.
She's the master closet fixer-upper. Next question.
The closet fixer-upper.
I don't even want to say that. Like we're trying to be serious here.
I'm sorry.
If you don't have much time to tend to yourself in the morning, what can you do in 15 minutes to nourish yourself? If you don't have much time to tend to yourself, what can you do in 15 minutes to nourish yourself? Means whatever you can do as far as brush your teeth, wash your face, anything like that. Like, what do you do in your 15 minutes?
Practically said it.
It's a lot of things you can do in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Brush my teeth, wash my face, take a bird bath.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Get a bowl of cereal.
Damn, you do a lot. 15 minutes.
A bowl of cereal.
Grab a smoothie. Grab a smoothie if you could.
You want to go buy a smoothie. You ain't making no smoothie in no 15 minutes.
But that's gonna take.
You said grab one.
I can.
Probably already.
I can.
Already pre-made.
It depends on what kind of smoothie it is. If it's some powder mix stuff, you really can.
I mean, y'all consider that a smoothie? That's a protein shake. I'm sorry. Let me stop being me right now. I'm sorry.
I can actually make one in 15 minutes.
Stay here.
I mean, if you already got pre-cut up fruit, you probably could do it in 15 minutes.
Okay, so you ain't doing shit else, but you gonna make yourself a smoothie.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
You ain't doing no bird bath. You ain't brushing your teeth. You ain't combing your hair. You ain't washing your ass. But you got 15 minutes and you don't make yourself a smoothie. Bet.
That's why I take my showers the night before.
Yeah, but with this
Riveting.
type of heat, I'm pretty sure you sweat during sleep. During sleep.
You got a
You
towel right
sweat
now.
either way it go. But see, nobody ever thought to say, fuck that 15 minutes. I'm getting up early enough where I can do everything I gotta fucking do.
See, only you would think like that. Only the Virgo and you only think like that because we try to stay in the parameters of the
Yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah. And if we did say that, you would point
Wait, time out.
out.
Time the fuck out. The two that just read these goddamn answers from Google, y'all better leave me alone. Hey, they use that when they be doing them women
Whatever
eyebrows to
that
make
was.
sure they neat.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Whatever
Anyway.
that was.
Can we go to the comments? I guess I think y'all kind of everybody answered. Jay, what was your answer? Oh, you said
I was
bird
the
bath,
first one.
right? I'm sorry, bird
I was the
bath.
first one to say brush teeth, wash face, bird bath,
Yeah, good job,
take a
bird man.
boo, take a picture if I have to.
I was the first one to say brush your teeth and wash your face.
Take a
Well,
boo boo. Yo, that's gonna take longer than 15 minutes, sir.
No, not really. No, I get that. Never mind. That's none of your
You
business.
getting
Never mind.
too personal with your boo boos.
Okay.
Let's go to
At this
comments.
point, we all know he full of shit.
I talk my shit. I talk my shit.
That's a good one. That was a good one. Okay.
Game.
Zakia says, comb my hair and brush my teeth.
Oh.
Brent says, brush my hair, brush my teeth, and get my tea together. Eli says, is this a trick question, Professor? Y'all want me to tone it down, but these alley oops y'all throwing is with these questions. Wenisha says, brush teeth, wash face, make a bagel, grab my protein shake. Wenisha says, LOL, hey. And Eli says, the only thing I'm doing for 15 minutes is praying, staying black, and not opening the door for no police. Hear me out now. Lord.
I understand that one at this point.
It's good to know that. It's good to know that nobody's gonna have no morning breath come the next morning. Everybody said brush their teeth. So
nobody said brush their tongue or floss their teeth, but you know.
Hey, they did the bare minimum.
Everybody gonna have morning. Everybody gonna have morning armpits though. You stink, but your breath smells good. But continue.
Our priorities are fucked up right now.
You feel? Look, hey, like your breath smells wonderful, but this aroma around you.
Like to the days you gotta brush your teeth in the shower at the same time, I guess.
I never did that one.
You know, I never did either, but I saw movies.
I have.
Y'all ever seen those movies where they brush their teeth in the shower?
I have. I'm just saying I've never done that.
I've done it.
I've seen it.
I'm a little taller, so you know, never mind. We talk about it after the show.
Do you know how hard of a time I have adjusting the damn shower head? Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay.
I was about to say I don't think height requirements requires you.
No, it's a long story. Well, I'll tell you after the show.
All right, fair enough.
You gotta brush your teeth and then drown yourself.
Nah, not even that. I'm closer to the shower head than you, so at the end of the day, I don't have those problems. But you know, I'll just say this: getting toothpaste in sensitive areas don't feel well either. But let's go on to the next question, please.
Yeah, next question.
That's like having Dr. Mother soap. Never mind.
I heard you say it. I think that's a mistake everybody makes when they first use it, just to be honest with you.
Water it down, folks. Water it down.
No. Everybody should use it, but the first mistake is using it and not knowing what it's to do.
In moderation.
Yeah, you gotta really dilute that shit.
No, I soak the towel with that shit. I ain't gonna front.
Listen,
continue.
I know I did that too, but that's how I ended up with a goddamn red eye for like 4 months because the shit got in my eye.
Well,
I'm very cautious with that.
That was definitely alley hoop for Eli, so please hold on.
I shower with my glasses on, so. gotta be able to see the hot water knob and the cold water knob.
You
Those are
gotta be
glasses. Those are not safety goggles. Those are glasses, Gerald.
Right.
Jesus.
I gotta be able to see the hot water knob.
You can set the water knob before you get in the shower.
I gotta see it. Go ahead.
Next question.
What the hell?
Okay. What is the role of family, community, and the media in creating body image? What is the role of family, community, and the media in creating body image? Gave
Are
y'all
we are
cheat
we
sheet.
are we
So you
being for real? Like are we telling like our real life
Dead ass,
answers?
real life. What is the role of family, community, and the media in creating body image?
Well,
it's
Family
obviously
didn't
lots of
family didn't
influence.
create nothing. Family didn't create nothing when it came to body image.
mm,
I think
actually, you can't even really say that because if you picked up weight and you go to the family cookout, they tend to say something about it, and it makes you
you
want
might
to get in the gym and do something else. At
It
least
can
my
also
family.
be positive. It could be positive too. You
All right.
may,
Yeah, they
I
can.
know,
Yeah, it can be positive. It can be positive. If I lost weight, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you slim it down, this, that, and the third." But if I
you look
gain
like a
weight,
crackhead. You look like a crackhead, Gerald. You out there doing that stuff again?
I'm about to say,
well,
yeah,
look
and
at
I tell them
it.
to their face, "Yeah, I am.
Look at it this way.
I smoke that shit and I go home." But go ahead.
I know a
Sorry.
lot of women who are, I know a lot of women who are plus size that will say that the positive message came from them loving themselves exactly who they are was from their parent, their mother. The way that she carried herself was a direct influence of family onto, another family member. So it's not always going to be, I just feel like with all three things, there are lots of influences that will come from all three of those things. With society constantly telling you what you should look like, what you should not look like, from even your own significant other, playing a role in how you feel about yourself. I just feel like it's just lots of influences, whether it be good or bad, that will come from all three entities.
That's definitely true. Because with family, they could sit up there and say, you know what? You're pretty for a big girl. You pretty to be plus size. I've heard that from family all the time. Bitch, just say I'm
That's
pretty. Stop saying because you're plus size.
that's family
Mhm.
and community at this end of the day.
No, but,
I,
but I'm saying that's it's like giving me a compliment and an insult at the same time. So it does play a part.
I, I I always hear the comment like, I'm mad at my friends because why did my friends let me get this big? So we do put a lot on community. Um, I think family. At the end of the day, family gonna love you regardless. Family can be good or bad. At the end of the day, family still gonna love you though. No one's gonna exile you from the family because you 500 pounds. So at the end of the day, family gonna love you. Are they gonna criticize you? Maybe, but I just think that you gonna get the best of both worlds from family. Community, I think we put the most blame on. We hold our community the most dearest to us because these are connections we made outside of family. So we feel like, uh, damn, you saw me out at that restaurant. How can you tell me, hey, bro, slow down some? Like, hey, bro, like, you sure you want to order that 20 piece where you got 10 pieces already? Like, so I think we hold community the closest to us. Stop laughing, Gerald. Um, and then I think we all gonna agree with social media. Social media always gonna tell us to be something that we're never gonna be. I mean, the doctors tell us that our BMI is this based off our height, and we should weight this little bitty thing because of this is how tall we are or this is how short we are, and we never gonna be in agreement to that. Every social media platform is gonna show that this is this person and their journey, and we're all supposed to look like this, or we all supposed to this person is the most popular because they're that small. So I just think that social media is always going to do what social media does, and I don't think none of us subscribe to what social
That's
media
definitely
does.
right, but you got to look at it too when it comes to family. That's supposed to be your safe zone, and unfortunately, sometimes it's not safe either because sometimes those actions, those words create certain actions from them. You
Yeah,
know, um,
true.
it sucks all the way around because we live in a society where no matter what you look like, There's always going to be something that's not going to be right for you. Or just like you said, the doctor, so you need to be this way. Unfortunately, we live in America, but the scale that they go by to judges is not American. The doctor told me at my height I should be 115 pounds. Have you seen me? 115 pounds where? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So
'Cause-
everything plays a part, some good, some bad, but it's all on how you take in the message when it's delivered to you, in my
And
opinion.
Yeah.
just picking
Yeah.
back on what
Because
oh, sorry, go ahead, Jay.
ladies first.
No, I was just gonna say, picking back off of what Aaron said just about social media. Um, and I do understand where the professor is coming from as well, because your when it's your family, especially if you love them, it's going to sting a little bit more. But the part that sucks about social media is that the entire world sees you. Depending on how you run your social media, everyone sees everything. So everyone is going to have an opinion, whether if it's good or bad, and it falls right into whatever the perception of what someone's supposed to look like. Like of course, within the plus size community, you get hit with a lot of it. Whether if it's you can sit here and be the most healthiest ever, but because your image shows that you're big, someone will automatically equate that to you're unhealthy, and that's just it's not cool.
That's definitely true.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you go to, like I said, when you go to the family cookout and you ain't seen them in 6 or 7 months, and all you been eating like crap for the last 7 months, they be, hey, how are you? I'm surprised you can breathe and all that type of shit. And you be like, whoa, that's kind of crazy that you would say that to me, but okay. And then 2 days later, you getting phone calls talking about like, I'm worried about you and your size and all this other shit, and because they didn't want to say it to me at the cookout. And far as community go, like when you buy your clothes in the mall and the people want to tell you, they just disrespect you right to your face. You know what I mean? Like, hey man, how much is that shirt right there? We don't have your size. And I'm like, man, I didn't even say it was for me. I just want to know how much. We don't have your size. Go home, lose weight, come back. We have your size. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then, far as social media goes, it's like people, we're starting to be conditioned to think if you have a six pack or a BBL or something, or you didn't cut on something, that you're the prettiest thing in the world. And personally, it's not true that way. But for this, and that's the way I look at it from all three spectrums.
I think some family members are enablers as well, though. So I think it could be a
Right.
balance. Like although they might say, "Hey, picked up some weight there, nephew." By the way, we got ribs, we got burgers, we got
Right.
all the easy food right over there. Just go get yourself out as many places you want to, and
Or
make sure you
Yeah.
take one home to go as well.
So they
So
can
right.
talk
basically,
more
you,
shit
so
about
basically,
you.
you
Or
want
when
to
they,
insult me, but still offer food.
He's like, you
or when they
helping.
see you and they say you picked up weight, they be like, "Oh yeah, hide the ribs from him, because he gonna
That's
eat
what
them
I'm
all
saying.
at
So
once."
it can be
So
it can be the best of both
it's
worlds when it
either
comes to family.
personally, I think family can be worse
Or basically, they
because
can
they
come with
feel in
like
their
an
heart of hearts
underhanded
they know
comment.
you and they watch you grow up, or they know you personally. They can say whatever they want and not and walk and say whatever they want and hurt your feelings and walk off. Kind of like
Mhm.
old people, but just to each his own.
For
Or
sure.
basically, or basically, they could be like sneaky with the comments, like, "Oh, I see you eating good there, huh, son?"
Right, and that's when I do my cough curse on them. Like I see you, fat daddy. You just as big as you want to be, and I'm just, bitch, fuck you.
But I think that also goes back to a previous question about self-care, like what helps you. Staying away from people who are going to sit here and say things like that. Like it's this stigma about, okay, if it's family, so you got to deal with it. No, you don't. You do not. The same way that I could sit here and ignore someone, a stranger that makes a comment on my page, is the same way that you should be able to do family that do not support you, or will tear you down. You never have to go through that, blood or not.
You, I mean, I
You
agree,
shouldn't
but
have to go through it, but you
it hurts. It hurts the most though when it comes from
Yeah,
grandma.
it does.
It hurts the most when it comes from auntie. You know, it never
Yeah,
in a
we
million
don't
years
take
that you
away from that at all. That is
never,
correct.
never in a
no, it
million
hurts
years.
the most when it comes from any of your family. It's like
That's what I'm saying.
community.
Like I
Family
rather
is
take it.
the
I rather
most
take it from the
strict.
community or social media, other than the ones that grew up and that grew up with. You know, like that's
Mhm.
crazy to me. But at the end of the day, like you never can put anything past family members.
And that's why I said it sucks because I literally have an auntie who will see a picture and then she'll hit me and go, "You such a pretty girl to be big, bitch. I just can't be pretty like
I just
that."
think really depending on the person, it'll fuck with your self esteem whether it's from the community or your family. But so that's basically what it is. It's like if you don't nobody want to don't nobody want to come to the realization that they may have gained weight or they're bigger than the last time that they were seen.
That's a fact.
What you're
So
saying.
it hurts from every which way possible. Social media, I mean, it's more along the lines of um they're just trying to program us to figure out this is the way you're supposed to be. Kind of like the doctor's office. Like you said, the BMI shit. Like we all know that people that have tight eyes, they all that this is the weight chart that they come in with when it comes to us. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna ever be that in a sense. So for you to say that because I'm 5'4", I'm supposed to be 106 pounds, I'm like, bro, look, you just got to realize that I tend to eat. I like to eat ribs at times, and of course, ribs are going to be bad for me. But at the same time, I like to do it. So to each his own. So I'm probably going to be obese or somewhat obese my whole life just because of the way I like to eat.
Can we go to the comments and be obese in the comments for a second?
Yeah.
Lord.
Be
Okay.
obese in the comments. It's
Alrighty.
getting there.
Eli says no. Oh no, that's just nasty. And he's laughing. Wanisha says some family can be just as bad.
Facts.
And she also says my community was more supportive and positive. Eli also says, "You damn right. I need that 20 piece. I need variety and different flavors."
I had to work it down to 10. I'm not going to front with you
I'm
Um,
trying to work it down to 8.
Here.
I need to get to your level, bro. But no,
says,
I am on your level. I just don't be wanting it. It
That's what
just
I'm saying. It's easy to
10 is
default
a
in 10.
nice.
So
For me, 10 is a nice even number. So we'll go ahead.
Zakia says it all depends on the individual. For confident people, there's a possibility that none of them have influence. For people who are less slash no confidence, all those elements can be detrimental. Eli says, "Wait a damn minute. We just going to skip over that. Skip over Jay Miss Chin accent. Talk about cancel before the liftoff, but funny as hell. Shout out to Jay."
don't
Shout out
encourage
to
that.
you, Eli, because we don't have your size. But go ahead.
We're not going to encourage that. Let's leave that alone.
Please, no.
We're on YouTube now.
Zakia says media plays the biggest role in my opinion, especially with the botched bodies on reality shows and social media. Unfortunately, kids spend too much time on devices looking at unrealistic body images. This influences the type of adult they choose to become, either confident or searching to fit in. Talk your shit, Zakia. Aaliyah. Eli says, tight eyes is wild. He is on fire. Okay. And then he's laughing. Sorry.
You know what? I'm killing y'all, man. Get five of these bitches one time. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Oh
playing with
Lord.
He's called his grown man Aaliyah.
you. Okay.
Right.
Corrected myself.
Lord have mercy.
Next question,
I
please.
just want to know
Where
that.
is your mind? Where is your antennas?
I corrected myself. Let's
Okay,
continue.
Nana. Everything must go. You included.
Meter is loading. The
If
quit
your
meter is
girl,
loading.
The quit
Miss
meter.
Professor.
if your girl only knew that
Miss Professor.
Heather B don't know your name. Go ahead.
How does body image issues differ among men, women, teens, and children? How does body issues differ among men, women, teens, and children?
I'm gonna let the ladies go first on this question.
Mm-hmm.
What was that head nod for, Heather B?
I want to say this. It differs differently because when you're a child, no, let me correct myself. When you are a toddler, they have no cares in the world. As you grow up and you become a child and you're in elementary school, that is kind of like when the body issues start to happen and form because you get that level of, oh, that kid's fat. And unfortunately, it's something taught. It's something they learn hearing, probably relatives or friends or family members, whatever, talking about it. Um, but now in society, because kids are so influenced by what's going on in the world, we have these young kids who are unaliving themselves because they're being bullied by certain issues and things that are going on with them. When it comes to men and women, I think that it's not talked about as much as it should be when it comes to men and body images. You don't really see anyone saying anything about body image when it comes to men, and it's a lot of things that can be talked about. I, for one, am not a man, so I can't say per se, but I know just like women have issues, men have issues too. For women, it's a lot because at one point it was, oh, you should look like this. If you don't look like this, you're not this. Or now BBWs are in for certain people, but then you go into the, she's a BBW, but she's not built like this BBW. So then she's not shapely to the way I want it. So now she's in, it's a lot that goes on when it comes to that. And if you are not confident in yourself or you don't have the right people around you to teach you how to be confident, you will succumb to those things. And unfortunately, with a lot of people, a lot of kids, teens, and adults, they unalive themselves for it. That's just plain and simple. That's just my opinion. But Heather B. Or
Just
she said,
just to
ladies,
piggyback.
with her.
Oh no, you good. Just to piggyback off of what you stated, it starts at home, point blank, period. Because what happens is, like as Put says, if you don't start the positive imagery when, like, very early in someone's life, they can come. They once they get older, they can come subjected to a lot of just, what's the word I'm looking for? They will fall into the wrong hands of certain people who will take advantage of them, unfortunately, if they do not have a starting point of positivity and looking at themselves and loving themselves for who they truly are. Um, and it's everywhere. It's not just only at home. It's, as we stated before, society. I think what it is it starts at home because we not only do we need to push that into I'm sorry, a kid's head, a little baby, whatever the case may be. We need to start that because of the fact that, and we also need to prepare them for going into a world that probably not, they're not going to accept them. No matter how positive they may be, because again, what happens is these kids turn into adults that have a warped imagery of what is supposed to be perfection.
Can y'all talk from y'all's point of view for 1 second? Like, as kids, like I think you guys are talking general, which is fine. I think that's the way the question was written. But as young kids coming up versus women now,
I was the fat kid that got bullied. I was the fat kid that got bullied. I was the fat girl who was cool to be with the guys because she was a tomboy. Oh, she's pretty for a big girl. That was me. I was the fat girl who was the tomboy in high school who wasn't girly, who didn't dress girly, who didn't get her nails done, but I was the homie. After I changed and I looked more girly, and because I was more shapely then I got attention. So I had to learn to be confident in myself. Once I was confident in myself, it didn't matter what nobody said about me. And then as I got older and I gained weight from being sick and on the steroids and not being able to move because of the knee stuff, y'all don't know that I had low self-esteem because I gained the weight. But I'm at a point in my life that I'm still confident with myself and I don't care.
Give me track home, and I don't care.
Thank you for sharing.
Can I go from my perspective now?
Absolutely. I mean, I thought we was. I mean, the
Yeah,
answers y'all gave before was good answers, but at the end of the day, it wasn't personalized answers. At the end of the day, like, I respect your answers, but at the end of the day, like, if we talking our shit and we gonna be, in our nitty gritty bag tonight, I will want to hear your perspective. I want to hear what society does or what society standards are. I want to hear when you grew up. These are the things that happened to me as a young girl, and these are things now I'm facing as a grown ass woman. If we want to be 100% real about it.
Um, for me, the reason that I stated what I stated is because I went through years and years and years of not seeing me as a beautiful person who was worthy of true love. And honestly, I don't want to say that I've been, I mean, I have been, but I didn't respect my body enough to say no to people that I should have said no to. And that starts because I always felt like, even being as a young, like as a kid, that I was not enough. So I felt growing up, or at least becoming an adolescent, that the only thing that I ever had to give was my body, and that's it. That has caused a lot of trauma and pain, also just emotional damage that I'm still healing from today. But I feel if I had people around me telling me more that I'm beautiful, as opposed to saying, oh, if you just lost a little bit of weight, if you just did this, if you just did that, that I would have grown up with more confidence in myself and never placing myself in those positions that now I have to pretty much go through all of the healing for. So when I say it starts at home, it needs to start at home. So it doesn't become a snowball effect as the person gets older, they get into adulthood. And it's not even just because I know happens primarily with women, but it's also with men as well. Of feeling like, oh, all I got is my body. I'm a six pack. I'm this and that. And then when your body starts to change, you're now unsure of whether or not if you still love yourself, because it's no longer what you're used to seeing. So it starts from the beginning so that maybe it can stop just years and years and years of pain and unlearning bad behaviors and trying to cope with shit. You know, that's
And that's where we defer because you didn't get it and I got it. So to me, it was my body was my sacred place. And so it was like no. But for you that was like your way of being loved. So, you know, two different
and it's two different
worlds.
ways, but yet you still end up feeling kind of the same way. So it's not. I'm not saying that it's a good thing that things will start at home, but at the same time, you're still going to be subjected to the world, no matter what.
But as
I
long as you
appreciate.
get from home, then you understand.
I definitely appreciate y'all vulnerability tonight. I
I agree.
I only wanted to be a little bit more personal because I know that sometimes being general doesn't hit the same as being personal. So I do appreciate y'all honesty and vulnerability again. I think when it comes to the men, I don't think our stories might be as to the same degree as y'all stories. Then again, I'm only assuming. I know um, growing up, I think I've seen pictures of all three or all both of the fellas, including myself. I know we wasn't bigger guys growing up. I think we were all kind of on the smaller side. Not to say that we didn't get teased. I know Gerald, you kind of grew into your size as you got older. But I'll speak for myself. I let the other fellas go on and tell their story as well. Um, I didn't have any issues growing up. Besides, I wore glasses, and If anybody knows about glasses in the early '90s, going on to the or all of the '90s, they wasn't the most fashionable glasses. And guess who was the thriving actor with glasses on syndicate television? Steve Urkel. So I got the whole Steve Urkel all my life until I got contacts, and then guess what I turned into? Stefan. So at the end of the day, like other than that, I didn't have any type of um there was no hits towards my body image per se. Only thing I could say was, all my life, my weight has stayed consistent the whole way until maybe like my sophomore year of college, sophomore or maybe even my junior year of college. But after that, I kind of grew into myself. I didn't find myself like I didn't come out. I wasn't calibrated at the term butterfly until like my junior year of high school. So that's where I found myself and found like my fashion sense and found out like, okay, I'm confident wearing X, Y, and Z. And then the girls start to notice me in high school. So that was junior year for me. But other than that, like I didn't go through the I would say the same type of struggles that the women spoke of. And I think it's a little bit different when it comes to men and women. But at the end of the day, like I wasn't a plus size guy growing up, so I don't want to speak for all the guys when I say that. Um, but I let the other fellas jump in and get their input as well.
You want to go first, Meech?
Hmm. Yeah, I'll dive into it. Like honestly, it wasn't so much as body wise for me, for as far as being the target of being teased and bullied. Like it just mainly fell into appearance for me. Like honestly, for me, we when you basically become like a primary target, it it can hinder your self esteem, and I could definitely say it hindered mine. Like whether it be from appearance wise or there's like little decorations on decoration on my nose. I always got teased about that, but I I would say I would say like later on, like in high school, I tend to come a little bit out of my shell because I mean throughout all the way up to junior year of high school, I was pretty much the loner. And I really didn't talk to nobody. I really didn't interact with anybody unless they interacted with me first. I mean, honestly, I just stayed to myself because I just didn't feel that comfortable talking to people. I feel like my self esteem played into that. But I would say I would say it took like after high school to where I could become the most comfortable in myself. And whether it be from appearance wise or body wise or just having a simple interaction with people, it took after high school to come out of my shell because honestly I would have been more comfortable just staying in my shell throughout my whole life because my self-esteem was that damaged.
Well, we're glad
But
that you got out of your shell though, because we wouldn't have never met you.
Facts.
mm, so am I. And honestly, the people I've made friends with, including these fabulous people here on the screen, I hold them close to me because they accept me for who I am, flaws and all.
That's a fact.
Mhm.
Before I go, do you want to read the comments first?
Yeah, because I think it's just two actually. Zakia said, "Talk your shit, professor. I don't even need to type an answer."
That was responding to my first response of the question.
Hmm. And Wanisha says, "I grew up as the skinny kid that got picked on, and when I got to elementary, got to elementary, body changed and got different attention that made me cover up more. As an adult, it's the comments slash jokes like, okay, I'm more than what I look like.
Okay.
Okay, girl.
Well, for me, growing up as a elementary, I would say I've been the chubby kid. I've been the chubby boy. So my thing was, yes, I used to get teased a lot, but the thing that made me stand out and actually took over for me being chubby was the fact that I was a comical guy and I knew how to snap back. So I've always been the person who had jokes off the top of their head. So, and that's what honestly got me through a lot of my elementary years because I've always been a chubby guy. And I think personally the times have changed from the time that we were kids till now, in my personal opinion, because like I said, like I said, these 5 days, excuse me, four have seen pictures of me as a smaller guy. But the funny thing is back then I was considered big. So I've always been, how should I say, the butt of someone's joke because of my size. And honestly, that insecurity has followed me all the way up till now, even though that I have gotten smaller and that I do work hard at what I do to get my weight down and to continue this health journey of mine. And another thing was, my thing, like when I didn't become quote unquote the butterfly, as Double H said, I didn't get that till probably my first year in high school because I had grew into my ears at that point. Because that was another thing that people clown me about as a in the middle school and elementary. Oh, you're an elf, you're Santa's little helper, and all that type of stuff, just because of the way my ears are shaped. And I had a smaller head at that particular point, so I was always being bullied, as you would say. But the bullying part, I mean, well, I'm not even gonna say the bullying part, but the fact is I had the skill to defend myself with words. So, like I said, I think personally the times have changed from the times that we were kids, because the funny thing is now big men are in. They weren't in back then when everything was kind of on the scale of you had to look like the dudes from Baywatch, or you had to look like Stefan or something like that in order to be something. I know, and I know that I'm speaking from a men's perspective, not the women. So yeah, being skinny is something that I would say I always wanted to be when I growing up, because I've always gotten what Professor said, oh yeah, you're cute for a big guy, or you're cute for, and then when I added my glasses to the dimension, yeah, then it really became a joke. So there's my life story as far as the way my body has changed throughout the years. But also, I mean, even like, cause like I say, we got things that we deal with as grown men being heavy set. Like for instance, if we bend over to pick something up, our pants seem to slide or whatever, and we may not feel the way it is, but one of our friends would hit us on the side like, yo bro, you flashing a little bit. Oh, okay, good looking, appreciate that type of thing.
Mm.
So yeah, and it's like I said, my weight issues and the psyche of me being big has followed me from elementary all the way up to now. So there you go.
I just like to state what I was trying to say earlier is that I've always liked big men before they became in style, as you said. That's all I was gonna say.
Which is
Yeah.
fine, but like I said, it was just for the simple fact that we weren't looked at when we were younger. If you had a gut, if you had even a remotely small gut, it was like, oh no, 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 no. I want this dude who's 5'4", and he weighs like 106 pounds or something like that. You had to be skinny in order to get looked at as a child.
So
In my
or some type of shape.
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah, the
exactly.
perfect circle for me. I don't know what you're talking about. I used to love me some what you call it from Drew Hill.
Jazz.
Jazz.
I love me a big boy. Don't judge my life.
Okay.
I'm just
All right,
Okay.
saying.
let's get to the next question because I don't think we got any more comments.
Do you think praising certain body images can do more harm than good? And why? Do you think praising certain body images can do more harm than good?
Praising anything can do more bad than good. I just think that
Hmm.
you know, I think someone said it earlier that we're all different. We're not all gonna look the same. We're not gonna have all the same body size. I think we're all put on this earth differently for a reason. If we all look the same, dress the same, did the same thing, we all be clones of each other. At that point, life would be really boring. So at the end of the day, I think what makes everyone unique in their own self is that some of us are tall, some of us are short, some of us are, or all of us are different shades of color. Some of us are able to grow certain facial hair features. Some of us are able to have longer hair. That's not a shot at nobody, Jay. Uh, but I just saying, like, again, whatever your style is, or however
Always.
you dress yourself up, is a reflection of your uniqueness of who you are as a person. And I don't think we should praise any one particular thing because praising one particular thing means ultimately is bad. I mean, if we're talking about a variety of different people.
Yeah. Just to piggyback off, I feel like no, you shouldn't too, because another thing is that's what teaches you to self-sabotage. That what causes a lot of health issues in people. Um, it causes a lot of people to lose their lives, to be honest with you, because they want to look a certain way and be a certain way, and the end results is now you're not here. So I always think that it's always best to just be confident in yourself. You can work on you, but doing it in a way that is conducive to your lifestyle, where you can still be here the next day. Love yourself before you start loving how someone else's look. You know, it's one thing to say, "Oh, I want to get in shape because I want to be healthy," but it's another thing to say, "Oh, I'm going to get a BBL because I want my butt to look like them, and I'm going to get breast implants because I want X, Y, and Z." It's two different things.
Hmm.
So if you learn to love yourself first, you don't have to praise them because how they look and you want to be that. You just want to be healthy. If you want to do something, go about it the right way, work out or whatever. But never look at someone and say I want to be them, because honestly, it's better just to be yourself.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
I
Talk your
honestly think it's a difference between praise and respect. It's like everyone has, even when it comes down to people that you're attracted to, everyone has their own preferences or
preferences.
whatever the case may be. It's the same thing goes with your body. If you feel comfortable a specific type of way and that's what you love, that's all that matters. And it shouldn't be based upon whatever the next person looks like and whatever, because most of the time is honestly it's based on attention and whatever insecurities that person is feeling about themselves. They're looking at the next person. It's like, oh, if I look like that, then I'll get the same type of attention. I'll get the same type of love that they're getting. When at the end of the day, you don't need any of that. Like Put said, all you have to be is yourself, and you will get that same type of feel. You will get it because one, it will be from genuine people who honestly see the true beauty that you are, for one. But all that matters at the end of the day is how you feel about yourself. Can't nobody change how you feel about you but you. Point blank, period.
Big facts. And I feel like the more we see like these images, the more it becomes glorified at the end of it all. Like, oh, this is what this is what people in shape is looking like. Oh, this is what people who dress a certain way is supposed to look like. I mean, it's getting to a point where it's glorified to where social media is basically trying to program it into people's brain, and that's never the case. That should never be the case. What what I feel like what I feel like is you have to have love for yourself and your own identity in the end of it all. I mean, once you have those elements down, no, nobody can basically tell you anything because you have that concrete love for yourself inside and out.
Mm,
Absolutely.
well, piggybacking off what me say, I think that the social media thing is doing more damage as opposed to glorifying. I think when men or women, they see these kids, I'm gonna say, and they be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the tummy tuck tea because this person is drinking it and they're in fabulous shape. But in reality, we don't know what else that person did to get that body the way it is. At the end of the day, they could have had all type of cuts and snips behind the scenes, but they're selling this tummy tea in order to make it look like this is the way you're gonna look if you drink this. So I think, like, as we've all been saying, this show, self confidence is the key, because when you exude the confidence, that's what makes everybody fall in love with you as the person. Like when you're looking like timid and shy and all this other stuff, people tend to shy away from that. But when you walk in and you walk into wherever you're walking into and you just like, yeah, I look good, I feel good, I smell good, and I know I'm the shit. People tend to see that on you, and then they tend to be like, oh, who is this person? Oh, who is, like, why does this person have so much confidence in themselves? Or this person is obviously cool because they're in love with themselves and they're not trying to be anyone else. So that's where I believe that self-confidence and staying true to yourself and knowing who you are as a person, and knowing that, okay, this doesn't look good on me, but this does, and I'm gonna wear it, and I'm gonna wear it to the best of my ability, and y'all gonna feel me when I walk into this place, is priority. So
Church.
Well, amen, tabernacle.
thank you. I get off a good one every now and again.
Pause.
Oh shit! I can't.
Can you go to the
I
comments?
mean,
Alrighty. We have two. Just 1 second. I'm gonna read it from my phone because it's big. Teased in elementary for my weight by one particular boy, to then got slapped by him when I stood up for myself. My dad took me to class and had some words for him. From that moment, no one wanted to mess with me. Shopping for plus size clothes in the 90s wasn't cool for kids because everything looked like grandma clothes, so I was a tomboy. In junior high school, I was also teased by one particular boy, but I still had the confidence from elementary, so we would go back and forth. Also, clothes options for plus size got better, and so did my confidence. High school, I became more girly and started getting attention. Now that I look back, I would love to be the size I was in high school, but being plus size was still
Facts.
not accepted. Through it all, I had the support of my immediate family because fortunately, we had a lot of plus size women, just my story. Zakia, you
Damn,
are
you can.
absolutely right. A lot of us, if we could just go back to high school and just stop right there and tell ourselves that we were
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
mm-mm.
you will be. I would probably be fucking skinny if I was consider what I was in high school.
My
Because I
early
never
twenties.
believed people when they said I was thick. I always thought I was just straight fat, just big, and I
Me
wasn't.
too.
And what's considered thick now was big as hell
Not
back then.
considered. That's why I said times have changed. But continue on with the comments.
Okay. Okay. So, Stephanie says it's easy. I'm sorry. It is
Was
more an issue of me being stereotyped for my skin color and where I live. Then, when I was much older and butts became a thing, I was ridiculed because I didn't have the typical black girl's butt. I learned to not care because who is gonna love you will love you with all of your imperfections. It's cliche, but it's really the truth. You're right. It is
Just your
definitely
cousin Heather took all the booty from in your family. That's what happened.
Jesus Christ. Zakia says we always have been influenced by so-called perfect bodies displayed on TVs and magazines, but at least back in the day they were mutual. Today the images are heavily photoshopped.
Natural.
natural.
Yeah,
Natural.
sorry, natural. Sorry about that. Today, the images are heavily photoshopped, and the bodies we see on TV, social media are purchased.
Talk your
Agreed.
shit, Z.
No
Yeah.
lies
On to
told.
the next.
We got one more
Wait a
comment.
minute, wait a minute. We got one more comment. Stephanie also says, I think you have to look at it like this. Life is unpredictable. People who find out that they have some terminal illness and now living on a timetable want every day back. So why be here stressing about looks when you have life? Talk your shit.
Yo
Talk your
shit,
shit.
Stephanie.
Talk your
Mhm.
shit.
Okay, here's a question.
Oh wait, one more. Ashley is in the building. She says,
What
"Hey,
up,
you guys."
Ashley?
Hey,
What
Ashley.
up?
What's
Welcome back,
happening?
Ashley. How you be? Let's go.
All right. Here's the question for you. Are you generally happy with your own body image? And if not, do you think it stems from something specifically? Are you generally happy with your own body image? And if not, do you think it stems from something specifically?
I
No,
wouldn't
I'm not happy with my
necessarily.
body image.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, lady first.
Um, no, I was just gonna say I think I've grown to be happy with my body image. It's just physically what I'm feeling. I'm not happy with. So, and it took a while to get comfortable, finally comfortable with
What are
specific
you?
parts of my
What
body.
are you? What are you feeling?
Um, my knees.
Okay, so
My knees could be a lot better. Going through early arthritis that ain't too great for mobility.
got you.
But as far as how I look, because I grew up with people telling me like, oh, you would look good if your arms were smaller, or if your stomach was flatter, or if your so because of that, I refused to wear shorts. I didn't want to wear anything that wasn't long sleeve or spaghetti straps because of what I was told of how it looked. But now I am very happy with every piece of part of my body and physically how I look. And it took a long time to get here, but very happy.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jay. What were you saying?
All right. So
Or
we
go,
was waiting for you.
Well,
or me?
I'm gonna say no. I'm not happy with my body. So because, like I said, mm, when you when you eat wrong and you feel it in your body, you feel it. Like you can feel the weight just expanding and all this other stuff. And then, like I said, some of them clothes that you looked good in months ago, they're not fitting the exact same on your body the next time you put them on. So you tend to be like, I will meet at least me. I tend to be like, fuck, like I didn't gain weight. So yes, I become unhappy with it because, like I say, some stuff that I was wearing months ago, where that was actually swallowed, I was swallowed up in. tends to not fit now because I got a big back, big back. So now it's like, yes, I tend to be unhappy at certain times about the way I eat, the way I tend to not take care of myself, and which goes back to what I was saying when I get out of the gym after having a good workout, pause, I feel better because I know at the end of the day, the goal is the goal of me fitting into them clothes again is, or me not fitting into them clothes is short lived because I'm working to get to that point again in my life at the end of the day. So at this point in time, no, I'm not happy with my body because I know I done got heavier again.
Okay.
I wouldn't say so much as happy. I would say I will be content. And I would and the reason why I say content is basically just be able to have all ligaments in my body and they actually work. I'm still thankful for that.
You ain't gotta tease
But
nobody for that.
For saying.
I'm
Being
not I'm not saying that in a teasing manner,
Mess.
but
being grateful and being contempt is two different things, though. So at the end of the day, I think we're all grateful that we wake up every day with the ability to walk, to do the everyday things of life. So I think we're all grateful that we can do that. That we're not confined to wheelchairs or scooters. So
When in a
don't
vegetable state.
or just
Not
we
even
can do the
vegetable state.
we
It's
don't
just
we
a
don't
moving state.
yeah, we're our mobilization is in is good. I would say that at the very least. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I don't want you to say that I'm contempt and then say I'm grateful because then you're saying two separate things. I'm gonna let you get your shit off. I don't want to be a Kanye West tonight, but I
Pause.
do. We gonna do this all night, y'all. We're not
You
gonna do this
did
all
it first, and now I can't do it. You don't want to say I'm gonna let you
because
get your shit off.
he went from church. He went to church, and then I have to pause him because he went straight to that. But all right, yeah, go ahead, Meech. Finish your
I'm
point. I'm
like,
sorry for interrupting, man.
you good, man. You good. But I I would stick with being content, and I would say that was them. And the reason I say I'm not so much as 100% happy because I feel like physically I could be better at doing you know physical maintenance as well as taking care of myself physically is concerned, and I I would feel that it mainly stems from me having my bouts with depression. And for anybody that knows about depression, it is it's a never ending battle. I mean, you may have like more battles than normal, but I think I've gotten to a place where the things that bring the most depression out of me, I tend to have fear of those because I've made peace you know with those things, rather it be losing people that's closest to me, or I'm not 100% happy with as far as where my life is now. um I tend to make sure that those battles of depression become less and less.
Okay,
the boy.
you want to take this first?
I mean, I
No,
can't.
that's
It
all I
doesn't
got.
matter. Go ahead.
I mean, since we going in chronicle order from left to right, but anyway, um, I won't say I'm content because I feel like if I say I'm content, that means there's no growth left in my body journey. I don't want to be this way the rest of my life. I feel like there's always this is no shot against you, Meech. I'll just say that I think we gotta leave that window open for growth. I am very comfortable in the skin that I'm in. However, I feel like there's always room for improvement when it comes to ourselves and our bodies and how we want to want ourselves to be perceived by others. And at the end of the day, I think that's probably the wrong words to say because at the end of the day, how others perceive our body is really no one else's business but our own. But at the end of the day, as we get older, I think we have to learn to be more healthier. We have to be more self conscious about, you know, being older and overweight is probably not the best combination to have. That's as they say. The older you get, the more you want to start to be on the slimmer side. But who am I to tell anyone how to live their life? I just want everyone to be happy in the skin that they're in. Uh, am I totally happy? No, but I know how to. I know how to show others different on the outside versus how I feel on the inside at the very least.
Okay. Am I happy? Absolutely not. My mobility after my accident is not the same. I don't move like I want to move. So no, not at all. Can I put a band-aid on it and be happy? Exactly. I can. But no. Just gonna leave it at that. No, not at all. But I am working on it.
I think that's the biggest part right there. As long as we're all work on it one day at a time, and progressing. I think that's the biggest key moving forward.
Progression definitely is the biggest key.
Hmm. And
Progression
knowing
is
that,
progression is the key of life.
and actually doing something towards that progression.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people complain about the situation that they're in, but make no effort to correct it.
Facts.
I will say this: in the job in the field that I work in, humbles you real quickly because it shows you the things that we take for granted. Other people had no choice, and that
Man.
goes from
Right.
True
talking,
statement.
walking, able to feed yourself, able to clean yourself. Those people didn't have a choice on how they was born, but we have the choice to do those things. So for us to complain about it and not figure out how to try to fix it is just dumb.
Correct.
Let's go to the comments, y'all.
But
Let's see. Okay. Stephanie said, "Yes, Heather and my sister took all the booty, shaking my shaking my head, but I'm the funny one." Wanisha says, "Yes, I am now. It just took me a while to be comfortable with it, but that was more mentally." Zakia says, I'm generally happy clothed, lol, but as I'm getting older and gravity no longer exists, I don't like my granny arms and thighs. I know it's something I can improve. I just need to be more active now to get confidence going to the gym by myself.
I'm
Ashley
with you on
says,
that one.
Ashley says, I love my body. I've grown to appreciate it more than ever, especially now since everyone is getting nipped and tucked. When things get out of hand, I make healthier decisions and go from there. Uh, Eli says, we're all going to need one of them hugs they used to do on Martin after tonight's show. Takes a bite of chicken sandwich with extra bacon and love. Stephanie says, I mean, a flat tummy would be nice, but I like to but I like to go to restaurants too much. The struggle is real, but I'm so sorry, but this the year I'm gonna get serious because I'm getting older. Plus, I keep seeing clothes I want that don't work with the tummy.
I second that motion.
Eli says, phenomenal show, y'all. Y'all are speaking the gospel tonight. If y'all are currently tuned in, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, thank you, Eli.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Ashley says, depression will definitely take a toll on your body. Praying for everyone who's dealing with it. Facts.
We
Stephanie
do.
says, mhm. Stephanie says, stress is a big deal for us Black people. I definitely stress eat and it doesn't help. We have good/cheap food in Belize. We are eating our feelings and problems. Once you learn the triggers, though, you can start to address it.
Mm.
And that's it.
True statement.
I think we're gonna close the show out on that.
Mm.
I think
Interesting.
we're gonna close it out on that one.
Okay.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
Well, with that being said, we have come to the end of self love and body care show by UTR Talk Your Shit. But before we get out of here, Heather B, if you would please.
Again, thank you everyone that tuned in, everyone that commented, shared, reactions. Thank you so much. We truly do appreciate your love and support. As my cousin said, please, well, cousin Eli, sorry, Pastor Eli, friend in Christ, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. We have several different social medias. You can follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, as well as Instagram, as well as we'll have other content posted besides just the show. Please check out those social medias as well for our other content as well. As far as final words are concerned, even if you know how just yet, do what you can to give yourself the love that you know that you deserve the most. Because the only person that can love you like that is yourself. It's always going to start within you, no matter what. Whatever, how the way that you see yourself is how others are going to see you. So only you can control that image. And that's what
Reinforced by
is
yourself.
a positive image of yourself.
Talk your shit. Hmm. Meech. No, double A.
Gerald.
Well, if I can say what I want to say if you want to do that.
No, I feel like you got something deep and well
Oh
endowed.
no.
A pause before Professor says it.
I wasn't even gonna
Well,
say
you know,
nothing.
I want to say I like the Captain Morgan every now and again. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
All right. Thank you for everyone who tuned in tonight. I definitely appreciate the support, and also we do appreciate all the comments and the vulnerability that was left in the comments as well. I would also say that once you find what works for you, build on that. So once you find what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel handsome, what makes you feel sexy, um, build on those things. I think everyone brings something special to the table at the end of the day. So I feel like I don't think no one's born ugly. I don't think no one is left out from feeling sexy and confident or handsome. No one should feel left out from that combination. If you don't know how to do it, I suggest you find it and then build on it. No one found that overnight, or no one found that just in one day. And if they did, great for them. But at the end of the day, I think even now all of us are in our mid to late 30s, knocking on 40. And I think some of us are still finding our niche. I'm sorry, I didn't want to tease somebody or make them feel about a type of way about their age. But at the end of the day, if you're still finding what works for you, then continue to find that. Continue to be confident. Continue to walk in a room and command a room. Continue to you deserve to be loved for who you are. You deserve respect. You deserve all that life has to offer you. Don't let no one tear that down from you. And with that being said, I am out of here.
Talk your
Talk
shit.
your shit.
Meech.
Well, I would just like to start off by saying for everyone that was in the comment section and y'all y'all being open with us and you allowing us to be open with y'all. We truly appreciate that at the end of the day because it's not easy. It's not easy being open and vulnerable to everyone. And for y'all to allow us to do that, we appreciate y'all each and every time we're on the screen. And as far as closing remarks, Just wear your confidence as a badge of honor in the end of it all, and don't and don't deprive your body of self love, because once you deprive yourself and your body of self love, you s- you begin to suffer for it, whether it be physically or whether it be mental. So love on yourself, and don't and don't give into the negative norms of society. And I'll leave it at that.
Talk your shit, boy. I see you. Well, as Heather B said, follow us on all social media platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, you all following us on Facebook already, but tell a friend to tell a friend that we have good content and that we're trying to grow this channel, and we're trying to still continue to be the best that we are as far as a unit as Talk Your Shit. Now, my final remarks is basically stay true to yourself, love yourself, believe in yourself, and then that way you will be the better of yourself. And honestly, I think when you do that, the universe will make your life better. And you always got to stay positive, be strong, and continue to go after that you
Hey Jay, move to the left a little bit. The reception went bad.
Okay, my fault. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear. Loud and
The
clear.
fact that this shit work is crazy.
Like I said, stay positive, be strong. And that's all I got to say to my family and to everybody on this live right now. And I'm out.
Talk your shit, my brother.
All right, Jay, I see you. Talk your shit, bro. Go ahead, Professor. It's on you. Take us home.
Um, remember, self love means loving of yourself. Okay, don't let others' opinions change who you are. Love yourself for you. No matter what, remember that everybody are not meant to be the same. Everybody is meant to be different in their own ways. Just be happy in the skin that you're in, and if you don't like something, change it, but do it the right way. Love yourself. Love everyone around you. Live life, laugh, and love. There you go, Aaron. And I love y'all.
And
And before we get out of here, can we get to these last comments, Miss Heather
yes,
B?
Venetia says, "Great show as always. Thank you so much." Uh, he is clapping. Thank you so much.
Thought those were slaps.
And Mama Cookie is in the building. Hello. She says many people experience dissatisfaction with their bodies, and it can be impacted by a variety of factors: the culture you grew up in, and how society views things like age and size. Thinking of your body as an instrument instead of an ornament. Chalk yo,
Whew.
Mom Cookie. Okay. Stephanie says, great topic. Appreciate the honesty from you guys. Refreshing to hear your unfiltered views slash experiences. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for tuning in. Because Mama Cookie says, hey, my loves. Sorry, I came late, but I will go back and replay. We know you always do.
It's all good.
And she says, hey, Zakia, how are you? Beautiful. Eli with the last, oh no, actually, he's not with the last comment. Okay. So, Professor, besides this show being awesome, you like cooks with a belly for real? Cause if so, give your boy a wink and a hello, and I'll click my big toes twice and be home in a blink. Or, or you can just wait. Are you just going to just let the house fall on me? And you got to put the aluminum foil on the antennas and rub your socks together. You heard? LOL.
Hmm.
We always
Sure.
want to be
And,
comfortable.
and he was doing so good until the end.
Gerald, get out the comments.
Yes, God damn it, Gerald. I did
I'm
a
not
good
in
one.
the comments. What are you talking about?
Excuse y'all.
Twice.
You did a good. Get out the comments.
That person typed the same when you talk.
My hands are right here. What are you talking about?
Now they're right
Cap,
there. Gerald, get out the
cap,
comments.
cap.
Cap,
And with
cap.
that being said, people,
At least you was smart to do it from the UTR page, not your personal page.
Right.
I told you my page got hacked. I told you my page got hacked two shows ago. But anyway, so with that being said, people,
That last comment's for you, Miss Professor.
with that being
Solid
said,
loud. Understand. LOL.
Get us out of here ASAP.
Okay, we're out.
with that being said, we have come to the end of the show. Take care of yourselves and each other. We love y'all. We out.
Springer. Oh, Z said do it.